Hi, it's Burrito. Welcome to Hermosa Beach, California. Come on up. Welcome. Come on in. Let me tell you about Mr. Kraus. Oh, that was a tough one. That was something else. Mr. Kraus was not an easy person to talk to or even get a hold of. He was an expired listing, and I had been following up with him for a while. And I wouldn't even talk to him, but I knew that sooner or later a persistent, patient agent would score a great listing because they had a beautiful house, tons of equity, and a solid reason to move. And sure enough, after about 4 months, I got a phone call, we set up a listing appointment. And I was really excited, you know, I saw myself putting that one on the board. So the day of the appointment, I had everything ready. The package, the CMA, I put my suit on, knocked on the door. Mrs. Kraus let me in, and I walk into the living room and get this. There are already 2 agents sitting on the couch. So I'm looking at it going, now what am I going to do now? And really, if it wasn't for my stubborn desire to win, I would have just probably turned around and walked away. But I didn't. So I sit in between them. Now mind you, this is not even a big sofa. This is one of those little narrow ones. So here we are squished together, 3 of us, in our little suits, clutching our stuff. Nobody says much. It's kind of awkward, and there's a lot of tension in the air. Everybody's kind of tense, and we're sweating a little. But that's not even the worst part. What followed was your typical dog and pony real estate show. The seller in control, throwing all kinds of silly requests and objections, thinking their house is worth the sky, the moon, and the stars. And the absolute worst part was really my realization. See, up to that point, I always thought my listing presentation is different. I'm effective, I'm a good communicator, I'm a natural. Well, that day I realized, no. It was just as boring, just as tedious, just as useless, and just as long as everybody else's. We were essentially saying all the same thing. We sounded the same. So I realized I had to fix it if I wanted to end up with more good listings and beat my competition. And more importantly, I just didn't want to go through that stress again. You know, I wanted to have a nice, pleasant conversation with the seller where at the end, everybody's happy. The seller is happy they listed with a good agent, and I'm happy that I score a good listing that's well priced and ready to sell. So I put together the Presentation Plus, but not because I'm so brilliant, but because I was sick and tired of working my butt off every day, prospecting and marketing and spending money on direct mail and advertising and following up over and over to get the listing appointment, so that just I would get the phone call from the seller 2 days later saying, oh, we liked you, but we listed with somebody else. So you will get my complete blueprint to my success with listings, the 118 formula. Out of 10 listing appointments, 1 I would turn down, 1 I wouldn't get, and 8 I would walk away with signed contract, well-priced listings. That's the Presentation Plus. Excited? Excellent. Let's get started. Welcome to the Presentation Plus. The better your listing presentation, the more money you make. That's the bottom line. You may be a good agent, a very good agent in fact, but there are a lot of good agents out there, and you're not all that much different from your competition. At least not from the seller's point of view, no matter how much you try to convince them.
And the fact is, sellers don't always pick the best agent. That's not the secret. Otherwise, you would have more listings, right? As you're about to learn, Presentation Plus takes on a different approach, a very different approach. What you're about to learn is completely different from the rest of the cookie-cutter canned listing presentations so many other dinosaur agents still use. Like Dorothy over here from Sticks and Stones Real Estate. She's been in the business for 176 years. You won't have to tell the sellers you're different. You will be different. They will notice right away, and watch how pleasantly surprised, even relieved they will be, without any sleazy gimmicks or manipulation. You can be yourself and be completely honest with the sellers.
This is not about scripts. This is not about closing, about traditional way of doing listing presentations. It is not about hammering your clients over the head like that, trying to convince them to list with you and to list at a reasonable price. It is not about asking typical sales questions, insulting the seller's intelligence, and generally acting as an average salesperson. On the contrary, most of what you learn will be very different from all the other systems out there. You will have more listings and better priced listings, using my own emotional disconnect method. No arm wrestling with the seller over the price. Some agents, they still believe that more information, more comps, more details, more graphs, more pictures, they can convince the sellers to see the truth. Sadly, they are wrong, and as you can see every day in the MLS, it's packed with overpriced junk listings. You will learn much easier and friendlier way. The sellers will not feel disrespected, they will not feel disappointed, and you will still be able to price the house right from the beginning. You will learn how to beat your competition. See, every agent promises lots of buyers, great marketing, 100-point plan of action, and God knows what. Like the three of us on the couch, remember the story? The problem is, it's all the same to the seller. It would be like Verizon advertising a dial tone. Duh! The secret is not what you do, but how you present it to the seller. The difference is not your marketing, the difference is you. You spend effort and focus and time and money on marketing and prospecting. Don't blow it because of a weak listing presentation. You work hard to get leads every day, but leads are worthless if you can't convert prospects into commissions.
This new powerful listing presentation will allow you to stand up to your competition. Discount brokers, flat fee agencies, mega agents with assistants, veterans with big budgets, and even experienced agents willing to take an overpriced listing.
Besides, sellers are busy, they're distracted, impatient, they have kids, they have jobs and bills and millions of other things to worry about. They don't have the time or the patience for long-winded, old-fashioned presentations with 3-ring binders. You will learn a much more efficient method. Here is how the Presentation Plus works.
In Part 1, you will learn all the science that makes it so powerful. In the heart of the system is advanced psychology, NLP, and the latest neurobiology, the secrets of how our brains work. We'll look inside the seller's mind and decipher what makes them tick, how they react, how the process of "we like you" and "we trust you" works, and how they pick an agent. You already know that people make first impressions about you in a matter of seconds. Now you learn how to use the frame-based techniques to your advantage right from the start. And armed with that knowledge, how you deliver a killer listing presentations in about 30 minutes or less that will get you the listing. In Part 2, I will walk you through every step before you meet with the seller, from confirming the appointment to pre-listing interview, how to put together a pre-listing package, how to set up your powerful Presentation Plus slides, and the CMA.
Part 3 is the actual live listing presentation. You will see all the techniques in action delivered with a laser precision from hello to please sign here in less than 30 minutes.
In Part 4, you will learn how to handle any questions or possible objections, and what to do after the presentation. You will get a crash course on how to communicate with total confidence, how to master the entire system quickly, and how to become a pricing pro.
Here's what's included in the Presentation Plus. The entire course comes on easy-to-follow videos you can watch anywhere. Just log in, click a button, and learn. You will also get my state-of-the-art digital presentation for your iPad, Mac, or a PC laptop. Easy to customize, ready to use, and super effective. You will also get a pre-listing package with a 14-page resume, a complete marketing plan, and the Presentation Plus guidebook loaded with detailed notes, tips, strategies, and slide-by-slide walkthrough. You will have a complete plug-and-play system ready to use. Everything delivered to you instantly. Just download it, customize it, and you're ready to start taking good listings right away. Now, I do have to make one thing clear before you come on board. This system is not for everybody. It does require preparation, requires work, practice, and focus. Plus, you need to have at least some real estate experience, some track record, or at least a couple of sales. If you are a brand new agent with absolutely no sales and no experience, this may not be for you. Also, it may take you a few weeks to learn and deliver it the way it was designed. This is not an instant magic bullet. But if you're willing and ready to roll up your sleeves and master this part of your business, then I'll give you all the tools and show you exactly how to get there quickly.
You will have pleasant conversations instead of using annoying canned scripts, friendly, respectful dialogue instead of pushy selling, comfortable presentation instead of stressful, nervous sales spiel. And this is one of my favorite parts. No kiss ass or hard ass sales technique. You can finally be yourself and be completely honest with the sellers. And most definitely no humiliating dog and pony show begging for an overpriced listing.
This is a serious system for a serious agent. Just like all of my other systems that have made serious money for many agents who are using them. I know, You may be a little skeptical, and frankly, I don't blame you. There are a lot of other systems out there that are nothing more than just old recycled crap, putting it mildly. But you know me, I don't like hype, and I stand behind everything you get from me 100%. So here's my straightforward guarantee. You have full 60 days to put the entire system to use and see if it works for you. Follow it, use it, and see for yourself. And if it doesn't work for you, if the sellers are not absolutely impressed with you and your presentation, and if you don't get more listings as a result, just shoot us an email for a prompt full refund. You want out? You're out. It's really that easy. Ready to get started? Excellent. Just click the Add to Cart button below, complete the short checkout form, and you will have instant access to the entire system. No postage, no shipping, and no waiting. Don't let another listing slip away. But this is more than just a few listings, isn't it? You want a better life for yourself and for your family. You cannot change the market, you cannot change the economy, and you definitely cannot change the sellers. But you can change you. And that's all it takes in this business. Now is the time. Make your move. This is Borino saying thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the inside. Go get 'em!